in the house, some hunters. Hunters in the house. Come on, I know Plano and Fort Worth. I know at those campuses we have some hunters. I took my son on, of course this is Texas, right? You guys were like hung in the parking lot before the service. I saw several dead animals out by the FC Lake. Don't let that keep you from being baptized today at the end of the service there. I took my son on his first goose hunt this year. My son, he's also called Stovall. He's 9 years old, so he's the little Stovall, so we call him Stovey. Okay, but my son, he's not really the athletic type, you know. He's not like the burly kind of athletic type. He like reads all the time. He's very musically gifted. His favorite channel is the Science Channel. You know, he like reads instructions. Guys, how many of you know you have a gifted son if he actually reads the instructions of... He's brilliant, straight A's, you know, but he really wanted to go with me on the goose hunt this year. You know, he wants to be part of the guys and the men and everything, and so I was nervous the night before we went, because see, here's the deal. He loves animals. Loves animals. Yeah, here you go, you get the picture. So I bring him, we're in our house, and I'm like, okay, son, I got him a Red Ryder BB gun. Says, okay, so listen, you can do it. He really wanted to do it. He wanted to be part of the hunt. He just wasn't comfortable. He was going to have to overcome some things. So in my house, the night before, Stovey met with his father. I said, son, listen, you can do it. You can do this. Here's how to cock the gun and all that kind of stuff. And here's what we're going to do. The geese are going to fly over. We're going to shoot them with our shotguns. They're going to fall down in the rice field. And then what you're going to do is you're going to walk out there with your BB gun. You know, and there's going to be, you know, one's going to be kind of interesting. Now listen, if you are an animal rights activist, you just need to chill. Take a chill pill right now. I said, so you're going to walk out there and you finish them off. And then, and so then you get them and you bring them back to the barn, because we don't have a dog. We don't have a retriever. So sure enough, I'm like, you can do it. You know, he's kind of worried, he's kind of scared. His second favorite channel is Animal Planet. He loves animals. So sure enough, we go out there the next morning, flock of geese comes over, bam, 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 we drop a few. There's one just right out there. And sure enough, he's sitting out there in front of the blind, you know. So I'm like, all right, Stovey, go ahead. Now's your... Go get him. You know, there's these other hunters there, and they're like, kill him, Stovey! Blow his head off! My son's got just real timid, I can see. I'm like, oh no, Jesus, please. You know, I'm thinking he's going to walk out there, he's going to feel sorry for it. He's going to try to console it. He's going to try to make it his pet. Bring it back alive, try to get it to a vet. You know what I do? So he tiptoes out there and he freezes. He just freezes right there. He's looking at it, you know, not kill him, Stovey. And he's frozen for a second. And then he looks back at me and he catches my eyes, he catches my look. Same kind of expression as I was giving him the night before in our house. He catches my eyes. He looks at the goose. He takes his Red Ryder BB gun, points it at the goose's head, point blank. Up against his head. He goes, "Say hello to my little boy." Where he got that line. You know, and he picks up the goose and he's so, oh man, he overcame. Oh yeah, bring him and head blown off, basking in the victory. You know, there's things in our lives that we're going to face all the time that aren't going to be comfortable to us. and it's in church, it's in the house of God. Guess what? God has given us a weapon that is so much more powerful than a red rod gun. He's given us the Word of God. But it's in His house. It's in His house where we get the courage, the confidence, we get built up. So that when we go out and we're facing that fear, that challenge, that difficulty, that risk, that thing that we know that we need to do, you see what I'm saying? We're going to have that flashback to God's house and His Word, and we're going to remember how to use it, and we're going to face that fear, face that challenge, and we're going to say hello to my big friend. Bam! Listen, you can do it. You can do it. But you've got to honor God's house. You can be who God's called you to be. You can overcome. I'm telling you, you can't do it with the power of God. You can do all things through Jesus Christ who strengthens you. Just remember, God's house is a holy place. It's a happy place. And the last thing that I never got to is it's a hungry place. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled.